Greetings, mortals. Before I begin this installment of questions and answers, there are a few things that I would like to say. Firstly, Blue Raven and I wish to thank you for helping this channel surpass 6,000 subscribers. We are grateful for your support and look forward to what's to come as the channel continues to grow. Secondly, we have been made aware of the crisis that is currently taking place on Earth, and urge everyone to stay safe out there in the coming weeks. The sooner humanity works together to keep each other safe, the sooner this crisis will end and social events and activities will resume. To start this off, a lot of you seem to be curious about my interactions with Blue Raven since I wound up down here and became a part of his YouTube channel. I will say that there are quite a few pros and cons about living with a demon. Our sworn truce prevents us from killing each other. However, we do tend to get on each other's nerves quite a bit. Speaking in expletives is practically a second language down here, whereas it's a forbidden one in heaven. I can easily make my point without the use of swearing or curse words, a concept that Blue Raven seems to struggle with. Have you got anything to add to this?
Well, fuck you too.
You see? Well, Blue Raven has been trying to coax me into swearing.
Just once? Come on, one time is all I'm asking. One F-bomb.
Just as well. Most demons are nocturnal, and Blue Raven is no exception. The brightness of his computer screens tends to keep me up during the night as he works.
My turn? Okay. As Gray is an angel and is required to worship God every single day, that kind of behavior tends to cause problems for us demons.
Not good. Not terrible by any means, but most definitely not good. You see, we're not the pure, innocent souls like most angels in heaven. We exist solely to kill. As such, our lives revolve around training for the next extermination and keeping the demon population in check. We are taught from an early age to be apathetic, which tends to bleed into our daily lives outside of the extermination. This can lead to us being unkind and uncaring towards our fellow exterminators, including family and friends. From an exterminator's perspective, it is like the way humans view the Earth's oceans. Fascinating, vast, and largely unexplored. You see, exterminators make up roughly 5% of heaven's total population, and we aren't permitted to step outside of our boundaries, unless we're needed. What we exterminators know about heaven is limited to what we know about our own territory, and what exterminators that have been recruited from the outside population have told us. The region of heaven where exterminators dwell is very simple. We have houses, neighbors, families, children, pets, gardens. There are public places where we can partake in outdoor activities and social events, like sports, as the weather is usually comfortable year-round. I do. His name is Cinder. He's a former angel that was recruited to join the exterminators for questioning God's rule. He can be identified by an X that completely takes over the place of his right eye, pearly armor, and a sad expression cast over his face, rather than the traditional malicious smile most exterminators bear. Our existence is a bit controversial amongst the denizens of heaven. There are some who see us as a necessary evil that is essential for keeping the population of hell in check. Others see us as being no better than the demons we slay. Regardless of whom you may ask, however, no angel that isn't an exterminator wants to be associated with one. Sometimes, there are days where I wonder if being an exterminator is the only thing life has to offer me. However, being an exterminator is all I've ever known, and I'm not sure how I'd be able to handle deviating from that path. Our wings manifest in early childhood, and we learn how to fly in adolescence. Our halos are given to us once we reach adulthood, and is shown as a sign that we are ready to step up and join our fellow exterminators as soldiers. All first-time soldiers are given the choice to carry a sword or a spear, but other weapons such as crossbows, sickles, and scythes require additional training and must be earned. Yes and no. It is frowned upon if an exterminator neglects to kill any demons at all. However, those chosen from the outside population of angels are told they only need to achieve 1 kill per extermination. The average kill count for an ordinary soldier is between 40 and 50. More experienced exterminators, or those who happen upon a larger number of demons in a particular area, can score up to 100 or more kills. Silver's highest kill count stands at 392. My highest kill count stands at 74. Most of the victims were imps. No, most exterminators won't, especially babies. Even the children that are born in hell are defenseless up until a certain age. Coming across a child or an infant in the streets during the extermination is rare, and we are more inclined to go after the parent responsible for leaving their child unattended rather than the child themselves. We are usually in hell for the full 24 hours on Extermination Day. However, sometimes we finish our work early and elect to return to heaven. The shortest recorded extermination lasted for 16 hours. If heaven ever became overpopulated to the point where an extermination was being considered, the exterminators would be the first to be weeded through. Angels would also most likely go through rounds of vigorous testing to see if they are deserving of heaven. Those who obtained entry simply by accepting God, but never acting upon it, would likely be banished into hell automatically. There is a portal that we go through that is summoned. It is disorienting to go through, but is much quicker than just trying to fly. Blue Raven? Do you have an answer to this?
Indeed I do. We've only recently discovered a way to contact the living world through social media, but it's a pain in the ass and only Vox and I really know how to do it. You could also do it the old-fashioned way with like a Ouija board or some ancient ritual. Go poking around online for a little while and you'll run into something, I'm sure. Newsflash! We've stopped accepting animal sacrifices as payment. So stop killing cats or whatever you're gonna kill to try to summon us. We don't take that kind of payment anymore.
Yeah, Raven. What happens to kids if they end up in hell?
Well, define kid. Because I call anyone that looks like they're younger than 16 a kid. Regardless, 99.9% of the time when you see a child in hell, chances are they're a natural-born demon, but there are mortal-born children that die and end up in hell. And usually, they deserve it. You know, the brats that are nothing but mean and disrespectful to everyone that's around them. Kids that have killed animals intentionally for one reason or another. The ones that engage in sexual or drug activity at a very early age, willingly, mind you. You know, there are children that wind up in hell, and it's becoming a lot more common as time passes. There is a line that kids are crossing to where they aren't these beacons of innocence anymore, and they aren't given a free pass when they wind up in hell. In fact, they are the first ones singled out to be tormented by the demons down here, and most of them can't do a damn thing about it. So, I'd say if you're a kid that's watching this, i.e. somebody that I'm gonna say is younger than 18 in human years, get your act together now. Save the adult things for when you are an adult, because God don't care if you're a kid. He don't care how old you were when you died. If your soul has been corrupted enough to go to hell, then you're going to hell, and it's not going to be a fun experience.
It's as Blue Raven said. If you've committed enough sins to the point where your soul is no longer pure enough for heaven, you will be sent to hell. It could take as much as killing a single person without remorse, or committing several sins. Because both of my parents' natural coloration was gray? I just am.
Why were you named Gray, though?
I don't know. It wasn't my idea. Of course they can. In fact, I believe women make better exterminators than men. They tend to be more flexible, more agile, and better at quick decision-making than males. Not in the slightest. I can't go into much detail under angelic law, but he's definitely not like how humans see him. His image has been corrupted by so many human minds that couldn't handle the information that they were presented with, that they came up with the much more appealing image most humans know today. That'll be all for this video. Blue Raven, I'll let you take things from here.
I am not doing the God be with ye part, just so we're clear. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. As Gray said at the start of the video, we know things are bad out there. We know you guys are probably getting restless and want to go out and do things with your buddies. But the best thing you guys can do for yourselves and your loved ones right now is obey any stay-at-home orders going on at the moment, practice social distancing, and for fuck's sake, wash your hands and wear your protective face masks when you go out. The sooner people start cooperating, the sooner the orders will be lifted and businesses can reopen. Going out to get a haircut isn't worth your or your loved one's life, alright? Stay safe out there.
But I thought you hated the humans.
Shh! They don't need to know.